Now then, it's time. Or rather, All This Time. All This Time is the feature-length debut feature from Rob Worsey of Relic Films, who you may remember from our short film review Long Gone some time back. That film wasn't written and directed by the same person, but if you want to get a feel for this film, you should go watch it, because it does have a similar... it had a similar crew involved, and it also was a sort of time-shifting folk horror sort of creepy thingy. And I very much enjoyed it. But anyway, All This Time tells the story of a new mother who attends a party at a gothic mansion and finds herself trapped in some sort of creepy Groundhog Day nightmare where she wakes up in the same bed every morning, needing to get back to her newborn but with no idea how.
I'm having dreams that I've been here before. Many times.
I think this might be the most British horror film I've ever seen. Like, what's happening is terrifying. Like, even just the idea of being stuck in a strict sort of regime and having to do the exact same things every day, that terrifies me. But then there's all this other stuff around it, and literally being trapped is all quite nauseating. But the tone of it kind of doesn't fit that. It never gets into sort of screaming slasher territory. Like, this weirdness is just going on, and it's like the tone of it's actually quite calming, which is quite unique, and it feels like in the way like that people will just say they're all right when they're not, or people will say mustn't grumble, or like the whole keep calm and carry on thing, like it's so British. And like, I went to see Rich Hall a while back, and he said like we don't get angry in this country in the way that, like, say, Americans will just have meltdowns in public and screaming at each other and stuff, but over here, like, the most you'll get is someone sitting down after a day out or something, after an incident, recalling the incident with a cup of tea and saying, and you know, I nearly said something. You know, you always say, oh, I almost said something, but we don't. We just let this madness continue until it becomes the norm, and then we forget, and only people from outside will realise how weird it is that this is just being accepted as the norm.
Feels real.
That doesn't mean that it is.
You know, just keep calm and carry on. Like, obviously this character doesn't do that. She tries different ways to get out and stuff like that. But it has this sort of lavish BBC costume drama look and feel to it. It makes it feel like a painting, and then after a while you start feeling like it is a painting, and this character's just slowly becoming a part of the painting. It reminded me of that Night Gallery episode a bit. I don't really know why, but it's just that thought of things, of it being painted into something, being trapped into something that's already happened. But it reminded me of that episode where the painting keeps changing. It's really creepy. But yeah, I like how that sort of adds to it as well, because of the BBC, to me, sort of represents the establishment, and that's who I think are the people who are just like, just keep calm and carry on. Nothing strange is going on. But there is something strange going on, isn't there? And we should be doing something about it. We should be trying to escape.
I need to leave soon. Is the driver around?
Driver?
Or then perhaps a key for the gate?
Only Elias has a key.
She told you about me?
It works really well in that way, because the reality of what's actually going on is hidden the whole time. You'll get clues here, or you'll think, I know what's going on, or I know that. And because she doesn't just sit around accepting it. She does try to escape, but then there are moments where she has to just accept it a little bit, or she's trying something else. Or, and like, what if I'm just nice to these people? Maybe they'll tell me what's going on. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, it keeps you guessing. It keeps you guessing all the way through to the end. The whole really polite, here's your breakfast in your prison. Here's your lovely breakfast. Would you like some tea with that? It's just so British, isn't it? So yeah, if you like the kind of horror that sort of seeps into you and doesn't let you know why, and just keeps throwing clues at you really subtly, then this is the film for you. It's not out yet, but it is playing at festivals, so keep an eye out for that. I think it'll get a proper release probably later this year. But in the meantime, go and watch Long Gone, because it's great. It's a great short film, and it'll give you some idea of the tone and feel and the horror that this feature film delivers. All This Time, very, very uniquely British horror film. It's the sort of one that I watched it last night and it's still bothering me now. Can't shake it off. Anyway, we are the Don't Tell Show. If you liked, please subscribe.
Howdy, Leonard. I've been pardoned. I've come to save your soul.
Do you want a cup of tea first?